quantum leaping is not as difficult or as deep as they make it look like. It's just you taking form of another version of you. You know, reality doesn't change much, but you change. And when you change, reality has to change with you. For example, I'm going to give you an example. If you're somebody in the past that people could easily trigger, right? When people poke you or say certain things to you, you would probably yell. That's your default. If you ever find yourself in that situation and you want to quantum leap into a different reality, like into a different identity, when someone does something that you probably in your normal self, you would just attack the person. Do the opposite. You want to know why? When you do the opposite, and first of all, your brain is going to be like red flag because that's not what you're used to, and whatever your brain is not used to is going to think it's danger, right? But then when you do the opposite and then you see a different result, meaning you change the reality of things that would have happened. Maybe if you had retaliated, it would have caused another thing and then another thing, another thing. But then you did the opposite, which in turn changed how you see yourself. It will be easier for you to maintain that identity once you've already like done it once before, right? So if you're someone that is easy to like piss off, for example, and then you do the opposite, maybe somebody says something that would usually trigger you and then you don't let it get to you and you just, because at the end of the day, is people's opinion about you and people's words about you is their words. It doesn't really have anything to do with you, right? That's not your business. So when you do a different or you take a different route, you find it easier to be a different person and you get different results. Now you don't see yourself as, you see, now you've changed your identity. So let's say if you're someone now that they know you're quick to anger, now you're not that person anymore. That is quantum leaping. That is quantum leaping because you have changed the reality. Because usually, let's say if somebody does A and you do B, the answer will be C. But now somebody did A and you did D, so now it is Z. You have changed reality. That is just quantum leaping. This is why they tell you can't change outside unless you change yourself. So everything in regards to change has to start with you. It has to start with you. If you want to change something, if you want to change an outcome, you have to change yourself. You have to change how you think. You have to change how you act. It's just starting with you. Don't try to control anything outside yourself. Worry about yourself. That's how you quantum leap. That's how you quantum leap into a different reality. That's how you quantum leap. I'll give you another example. Let's say, for example, you're someone who you overeat. I'm going to use that as an example. You overeat, right? And so you kind of like have bad relationship with food, and so you are always tired, and because you're always tired, you're not able to go out, you're not able to socialize, you're not able to wear what you want to wear, you're not able to be bold and confident in your body. That's a different reality. But then if you now stop overeating, that's a different reality. Because when you stop having that bad relationship with food, you're able to go out. You're able to, and then you might even meet somebody. I'm telling you how reality can be. You might meet somebody, that person becomes your lover or your friend or whatever. You guys end up taking a trip out. If you did not stop eating, you wouldn't have been able to go out to meet that person. You wouldn't have been able to wear something comfortable that you were confident in. You wouldn't be at certain places. That's just, reality shifts by little things. You see how one act literally could change the whole trajectory of the rest of your life. That's what quantum leaping is. It's not that deep. It's really not that deep. So yes, use this information and change into a different reality that you want. Everything is connected.